There are few people who ask me in my YouTube channel as a comment, how do I look after my tomatoes after I plant them out in the final position, either in the pots or outside in the ground. First things first, tip number one, I always remove the bottom leaves. You can see for all the tomato plants, I remove the bottom leaves. Reason being, the bottom leaves can touch the soil, and if there are any bacteria in the soil, bad bacteria, they can climb up to the leaves and then it can cause a disease or a damage. And once the leaves are damaged, then the plant also can get a disease and it will not do well. That's number one. Number two, all the side shoots, you must have seen many videos in YouTube, the suckers we have to remove, especially for those determinate varieties, which are cordon or vine tomato varieties. So if you see, I don't have any side shoots at all in my tomato plant. All the side shoots are removed very regularly. I would say almost on a daily basis. I keep an eye and remove all those side shoots. For example, this one, when I came yesterday, it wasn't there. I just removed it. All the energy needs to go into the fruit or to the plant rather than sending it to the side shoots or suckers they call. And third one, if you look at my tomato leaf, I cut the edge everywhere. For the photosynthesis, you don't need the full leaf. In that way, it encourages the airflow into the plant, and plant can be very healthy and also avoid pests and diseases. Third, if you have many stresses at the same point, I would recommend you to remove. For example, so this is the fruit stress here, and if I have another stress here, I would remove that, because it's very difficult for the plant to send energy to all the stresses on the plant. That's the reason why I remove, not many, some of them. This one, I'm just cutting that edge of the leaf. And similarly for this. That's more than enough for the photosynthesis. That's why I do that. Another main step is to support the plant properly. In this case, I'm using the bamboo stick inside my greenhouse, and I'm supporting the plant by tying the stems to the bamboo stick and making sure that it's properly supported. Otherwise, these are the cordon variety tomato plants. They can grow really tall and they can't, stay straight without the support. And look at this one. It's nearly 6.5 feet tall. And these ones I put as a second batch. They might not go that tall, and also depending on the cordon variety as well. And this side, look, the bamboo stick, and I use the jute string to tie it up, and this is also almost more than 6 feet tall. Even for these plants, I use the same formula, just taking the edge of the leaf and also removing all the bottom leaves and side shoots. For all these plants, I got around 7 plants in this greenhouse, 4 of them in a pot, you can see them here, and 3 of them in a ground. These are the outdoor tomatoes and I try and plant outdoor tomatoes only blight resistant varieties apart from 1 or 2 cherry tomatoes. And the reason is, during the August or September we get the weather fluctuations, and due to weather fluctuations, tomatoes and potatoes, they bound to get blight. Blight is going to kill the plant if it gets to the plant. It's not only one plant, it's going to kill all the plants in the entire area. If it is allotment site, the blight will distribute on its own to the whole allotment, to the tomatoes and potatoes. And here all my outdoor tomatoes are blight resistant tomatoes apart from the one particular variety, which is Black Russian. And the stakes are used to support this plant properly, and I will be using the plant ties to tie the plant to the stakes so that they are properly supported to the stake. And these are also enrichment varieties, and they can grow 6 to 7 feet tall, but I just cut the tops when they reach 5.5 to 6 feet tall. This is hanging basket variety. Some people they call bush variety, and there is another variety called determinate variety. The determinate variety is also comes under bush or hanging basket variety. We don't need to take side shoots for this. For example, if you see, there are few side shoots and we don't need to remove them. Plant can supply energy to all the side shoots and to the fruit as well, because the plant doesn't grow that tall. Maximum 2 feet, 2.5 feet. That's why it can support the plant in terms of energy. And I have one here and I have another one here. This is called Cherry Falls variety hanging basket, and this one is called tumbling tom. So for this we don't do anything. When it comes to fertilizers, I use liquid seaweed or comfrey liquid, which I make my own from the allotment using a comfrey plant. All you need is put the comfrey leaves into the water and leave it for 2 weeks and use as a normal fertilizer by diluting it. Comfrey liquid, I put the comfrey leaves into this bucket and added the water. This is 2 weeks old. It really stinks, but it's a very worth making this organic fertilizer without any expenses, and use it for tomatoes, cucumbers and squash and pumpkins. You can also use it for other plants, but these are the plants need potassium when they flower. So that's the reason why I use this comfrey liquid. To avoid aphids and different pests, make sure that you have enough air through the vent. Otherwise, you can see aphids, the green aphids, brown aphids under the leaves. So to avoid, make sure that you have enough air going inside the greenhouse if they are inside. And here I have this basil plant to repel pests coming towards these tomato plants, and also the marigolds, they also repel some of the flies coming towards tomatoes. In this greenhouse also I got this basil plants, Thai basil, next to tomatoes, and automated vent. One vent here and one vent in that corner. When the temperature levels are high, they automatically open and close when the temperature goes down. So that sense, I'm sending a lot of fresh air in and out in this greenhouse.